Okay, now that we have our graphic organizer filled out, what we're going to do is try to write up our BCR response using the information we already have in our graphic organizer. The first thing I want to do is reread the BCR question and make sure I understand where I want to go with it. BCR, read the stage directions on page 142, lines 1 through 17. Explain how the setting and movement of characters described in the stage directions contribute to the reader's understanding of the play. So the first thing I want to do is answer this question directly. How does the setting and movement of characters contribute to the reader's understanding of the play? Okay. The stage directions help me to visualize a peaceful setting where the characters are doing normal activities. That is exactly what the stage directions do for me. It's how the stage directions help set up the scene for me at the very beginning. So now what I want to do is start using the information, the text evidence that I have in my graphic organizer in these columns and write them up in sentences here to help explain what I mean by this. So I'm going to start with this column because the dialogue doesn't really say much. In fact, I can say not a lot of info here. And I'm just going to skip right over to the how the stage directions affect the characters. The stage directions describe how Steve is washing his car and kids are getting ice cream. I pulled that right down from here. Steve washing his car, kids are getting ice cream. I didn't use all of the information here. I just am trying to make a point. So now I'm going to try to explain this information from the text, and here's how I'm going to do it. Everything seems just fine here. I'm thinking, well, because they're just out washing their car and the kids are getting ice cream, it looks like a normal old place. The next column I'm going to use is from the information here, affect the plot, how the stage directions affect the plot. So I'm going to use my text evidence there to again explain this peaceful setting. Okay, everything seems fine here. The scenery is described as, again, I'm quoting, I'm just pulling that down, a quiet, tree-lined, small-town American street. End of my quotes. Finally, what I want to do at the very end of my BCR is kind of a summary or an extension of information. Sometimes I want to make an inference or to generalize some sort of aspect of everything that I've said before. So using all these details, this is how it helps me understand better. I already have all this information up here in this column, and now I'm just going to put it all into one sentence down here at the bottom. The overall reaction, let's see, I can spell reaction correctly. The overall reaction I get as a reader is that Maple Street is a normal, peaceful, and calm place. And then I'm going to add this detail right here. I'm wondering where the conflict will come from. But I wonder how the conflict will appear. Okay, and that basically is my BCR response. I pulled the information from these columns up here, and I just brought it down and wrote it up in sentences. And it's basically, I'm trying to answer all the questions, provide text evidence, and then provide an extension piece. I have all those aspects, and it looks to me like a good BCR.